before buying anything. The first one is functional risk. The thought that the product you are buying is not going to perform in the first place. It will not be able to do what you purchased it to do. If you buy a vacuum cleaner to clean dirt out of your floor, what if it does not clean the dirt properly? Then what? That is functional risk. The thing is not going to work in the first place. And then there is the physical risk. What if the product or service you are buying poses a risk to your well-being? Your physical well-being, to be more specific. For example, you are going out to dinner. Whatever you are having, is it going to cause an upset stomach the next day or not? That is another level of risk. Then there is the financial risk. It is obvious. You might think whatever you bought is not worth the price. I don't even need to put a specific example over here. No matter what you are buying, unless it is very cheap, there is always the chance to think that it was not worth the price. And even if things are really cheap, sometimes people think that it was not worth the price after purchasing it. After that, you have the social risk. It is about what others are going to think. Before even buying something, you might think that if you buy this thing, what others around you are going to think about you. Are you going to be embarrassed or not? If you buy a certain product, how are people going to react? If you get a haircut, how is it going to look afterwards? That is social risk. It is about the people around you. Then we have the psychological risk. It is about the psychological well-being of the user. Is the user likely to be stressed out while using the product or not? After buying the product or service, is the customer going to face any pressure from the company to upgrade to some other level? There are different levels of stress in using many products or services, and nobody wants that psychological risk. And the last one is time risk. The customers are definitely going to spend their hard-earned money on any product or service, but the time they take to make that decision and go along with the purchase will also be taken into account. The concept of opportunity cost comes into play over here. The time the people spent researching and buying something could be spent doing something else. And this thought will be more acute if the end result of their purchase is not satisfactory. Now, those were the 6 levels of risks that are always there while making any purchase. I hope the explanation was easy enough to understand. Companies can do a lot of things to reduce the perceived risk